Judge Judy, now I'd like to see a copy of the letter that you wanted your father to sign off on. Greater than right here. It's also, I have a receipt of everything. Of what? Greater than, Judge Judy. I just want to see a copy of the letter that you wanted your father to sign off on request for waiver of overpayment recovery. Do you know what that means? Yes. There was a overpayment. Greater than, Judge Judy. An overpayment that you received. Whom? Greater than, Judge Judy. Unhung is note and answer. That would be yes. And you're solved an overpayment for Social Security. Greater than, yes. Greater than, Judge Judy. How much of an overpayment? It was $540 greater than, Judge Judy. And did government want it back? Yes. Greater than? Judge Judy. So what did you need your father's signature for? It actually says I needed me guardian at the tomato sign with me on it because it was run off as Social Security. And I called Social Security. They said greater than, Judge Judy. Don't tell me hot. Social Security said to you, were you returning $540? To them, I will be, yes. Greater than, Judge Judy. In what month and year did you get this overpayment? Close to last year, 6 months ago. Greater than, Judge Judy. So right before your baby was born. Greater than, yeah. Greater than, Judge Judy. Were you married at the time? No. Me and Jacob got married on April 20th. Greater than, Judge Judy. When was the baby born? He was born in June 6th of 2019. Greater than, Judge Judy. And on April 20th. How old were you? I was 17. I do believe. Greater than, Judge Judy. Does your father have legal guardianship of you? Greater than, yes. Greater than, Judge Judy. By a court? Yes. Greater than, Judge Judy. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. Greater than, Judge Judy. Now, the day thought your daughter asked you to meet her to sign this paper was May 28th. Greater than that is correct. Greater than. Okay. Judge Judy, Ms. Deckard. Greater than, yes. Greater than, Judge Judy. You say in your complaint that your son got married on April 20th. Greater than. Yeah, they were married April 20, 2019. Greater than, Judge Judy. Well, they were married on April 20th. She no longer need Dita guardian's permission to do anything. She's an emancipated minor. Greater than. That's what I thought. She was informed by her case manager to do so. Greater than, Judge Judy. I don't care why informed her of. What are IDICULOUSNESS? She now is married. She's an emancipated minor. Greater than? Yes. Greater than. Judge Judy. She no longer needs the consent of anybody to do anything. So at the time you asked your father to sign whatever documents you wanted him to sign that, had to with an overpayment that you received, cashed and used. You didn't need his signature, Beckus. You don't think of a guardian anymore, since you're a married person. Anyway, you and your family were coming back from where? We was coming back from Destin, Florida, and Kayla had called me the morning of May 28, 2019, at around 7 a.m. and told me that she had some papers for me to sign. I told her that we had just received tragic news the night before. So we was going to cut our trip short because my girlfriend Natalie's nephew was killed in a motorcycle accident. Kayla and Jacob continued to call me throughout the entire day asking me where I was at and when he was going to be there. I told them I'd be there around 11:30 p.m. and I would take a look at the papers and I would read them over. And if I needed to go ahead and sign them, I would sign the papers. Greater than, Judge Judy. And they were married by then. Greater than, yes. They were married, and I later had found out why from Social Security what. The papers were, I arrived right around the time I said, around 11:30. I looked at the papers. They were all covered in pin cardboard. Greater than, Judge Judy. What does that mean? They took cardboard and taped it to all the paper, except for a top little lineand where I was supposed to sign. The rest of the paper square covered up to where I couldn't see what I was signing. Greater than Judge Judy. Why did you doth it? It had or personal information on it. Greater than Judge Judy. He was your guardian. He has your social security number. Greater than it also had Jacob Deckard's in it as well. Greater than Judge Judy. And what's wrong with that? We did not want my father having it. We do not trust him. Greater than Judge Judy. Well, if you didn't trust him, why should he trust you and sign something that you've covered up? I honest like will not tell you. Greater than Judge Judy. Right? That would make him stupito sign something that he couldn't read. May I say something? It's my understanding. It was only my son's page. The one with his information was the only page. Greater than Judge Judy. I don't care. Greater than I understand that. Ma'am, greater than Judge Judy. First of all, you don't know that. Second of all, when you're looking at a document and you see that part of itis covered up so that you can't read what you're signing. You don't know what's there. Greater than I understand that. Greater than Judge Judy. There has Tobe, so in the mind of a normal person, it would say, but that didn't give him right to do what he did. Greater than Judge Judy. Maybe what I'm signing is that my daughter go 10 overpayment and am responsible for it. I mean, after all, she's not getting a disability check back because she's disabled. Greater than I understand. That, greater than Judge Judy. She's getting free money from the government's base. Her father's disabled. Greater than, I understand that. Greater than Judge Judy. You got that? Yep. Greater than Judge Judy. Okay, greater than, but it doesn't make it right what he done to me.